What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my bedroom. We are locked back down in Los Angeles. But you know what? Silver lining. I've been playing a lot of video games and doing a lot of work. I feel great. I'm in a great mood. I hope you guys are too. I miss you. If you want to come hang out with me, be sure you follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/andrewgoesplaces. I stream all the time. Come hang out. So I was spending some time with my family recently, and somebody mentioned when I used to work at Dairy Queen and this boy that I kind of talked to when I worked at Dairy Queen, and I completely forgot. I don't know why I haven't talked about this yet. I guess I already had, but I haven't talked about this yet. And if I have, I'm sorry for repeating myself, but I thought of this full story that I really wanted to share with you guys and see if you guys can relate to an experience like this. But first, today we have a sponsor. So really quick, a word from our sponsor. So today's video is sponsored by Geologie. This company sent me some freebies a while back, and I've been using it for a few months now, and I can honestly say, as a customer and a user of this product, that it's really good. So it's pretty much just a daily skincare regimen that's super easy to follow, and it's spelled out for you, which is what I really like. I feel like skincare can be a little complicated, and they make it easy. All you have to do is take this quiz with them, and you talk about things like sensitive skin, acne, and dark circles or wrinkles, which are all things that I'm worried about. And then they customize a very specific night and morning routine for you. They spell it out super well, and it's super easy to follow. And I definitely feel like I've noticed awesome results just from using it for the last few months. It's also awesome that you can subscribe, and then it's cheaper, and then they deliver it to you regularly, and you don't ever have to worry about running out or changing things up, and you know what works. And if you want to use my coupon code, here is my code. Anyway, thank you, Geologie, for sponsoring this video. You guys, be sure you go check them out if you're looking for some new skincare. All right, let's get back to it. All right, welcome back. Yeah, go check out Geologie, they're great. So like I was saying, I used to work at Dairy Queen, and I worked there from the time that I was 14 until I was 18. So 4 years of my teens while I was in school, and I loved it. I made ice cream, I would work drive-through. I made so many friends, and it's actually kind of like what connected me into the world, because before I didn't know anyone. I was probably like 16, 17, a year off of my first gay relationship with this boy that I met at band camp that I've done a video about before too. And I mean, that one was super short, but it really tore me up, and I was really distraught for a little while. Anyway, recovered from that, working at Dairy Queen. After a year or two of working there, I got really close with this group of girls. We would hang out after work. We would obviously hang out and talk a lot during work. And just when you're working, you get to know people really well, you know. And eventually we started hanging out at school because we went to the same school, and it just connected me with this group of friends. Well, this boy started working there after I had been there for a little bit, and kind of worked his way into our friend group. And I remember the first day that he started, everybody would, right when you start working at Dairy Queen, has to clean the tables. That's what you have to do, go and just, that's all you do for the first few weeks, is just clean the tables, just to make sure that, because we're all really young, and I mean, I started working when I was 14. I don't have any skills. I don't know what I'm doing. So you have to clean tables for a little bit. And I remember the day that he came in and he had to clean tables, and I thought he was really cute. He was a little taller than me, actually. Just very thin, very pale. He was a super pale, almost gingerish kind of, but he had gingery blonde hair. He had really pretty blue eyes, super soft features. His hair was pretty short. That blondish color hair. He was very, very cute, in my opinion. I thought it was adorable. And he started working there, and was cleaning his tables, and honestly, he became friends with our group pretty quickly. And then he started hanging out with us at school, and he had a girlfriend, and she started hanging out with us too. And so it was this group of cool friends. I say cool a lot. Is that weird? Yes. Anyway, this cool group of friends that would go to the movies and go get food and hang out after work and chat a lot during work and text, and it was just a nice environment for me. I also had a lot of friends that worked at the Dairy Queen with me that played World of Warcraft, and they got me interested in that, so it was an amazing experience for me, and I loved it. But he was straight and was dating a girl, and so I never really thought of him that way. I thought he was really cute, but I had already come out as gay. Everyone knew that I was gay, but I didn't really think of him that way. And even then I remember some of my friends being like, what do you think? Do you think he's gay? He's cute? And I just remember being like, no, I don't think so. So one night, after a few months of all of us hanging out, we decided to go to our high school to go at night, and we were gonna like go play on the playground or something like that, because then you could, and it wasn't against the rules. You were allowed to go at night to play on your playground, but I think you can't do that anymore. And so we were all getting ready to go, and he was texting me that he was gonna come pick me up in a little bit, and then he texted and said, hey, everybody else is canceling. Honestly, I feel like that the other girls got called into work at Dairy Queen, so we were like the only people that were off. So we were like, all right, well, we might as well do something. So anyway, he came to pick me up and took me to the school, and just hang out, chatting, and talking about like work and our friends at work and video games and all kinds of stuff. And we get to the school, and we play on the playground for a little bit, and then we were gonna go walk over to the, what's that thing called in the sports in the football field where they like the announcers are up in the something box. When we used to march in band, we would try and point our trumpets up to it. Anyway, the box where the people announcers sit. This is a tiny school, you guys. There's like bleachers with like 5 stacks, and this is like a box on sticks, pretty much. It's not like air conditioning or anything. It's just like an open air box. Anyway, we like climbed up in that just because, I don't know, we could. And we sat up there for a little bit. It was dark. We were looking at the stars. We were talking, and he started talking about how he was having problems with his girlfriend and how like he was calling things off, and started to get kind of emotional. And also he was making like intense eye contact with me the whole time. And I remember like thinking like, oh my God, like he's beautiful. I've never really put this together, how handsome I think that he is. And his eye contact, and it was just like smiley, but he was also talking about the problems with the girl. And I got caught up in the moment, and I kissed him. I even knew that he had a girlfriend, and I did it, and I felt so bad about it for so long. But he kissed me, I kissed him, and we kissed for a minute, and then he pulled back and kind of looked sad and was like, I've been wanting to do that for so long. And I could see him like struggling and going through this conflict. And he was like, oh, man, I could do this all night. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like so confusing for me. Like, I feel bad that you're cheating. So we just kind of like walked around and we talked about, I don't know, just everything, like experiences that we had had before, because like he was like, I have done stuff with a guy before, and like how I feel about stuff, and his girlfriend, and my experiences. And it was really pretty too, because the moon was super bright that night, and just being outside alone, out in I mean, our high school is pretty much in the middle of like the woods, so that's how I remember it, being a lot of trees, but that's all I would remember anyway. I like trees. And yeah, after we walked around for a while, we decided it would probably be best if we were just still friends while he and his girlfriend sort things out, but we can still hang out. So we agreed that that's what we would do. So I went home that night, and we would text, and I was smitten, honestly. I was head over heels for him, and I would think about him at night and text him as soon as I woke up, and he would text me too, and it felt like we were kind of dating, but we weren't really. And when we would hang out, we would not do anything, we would just talk, but we would hang out a lot with our group of friends or alone. Like, it was just like we were always together, it felt like. And I was around his girlfriend a lot too, and I felt super weird about it, but we didn't do anything, and it wasn't romantic like that either. We weren't talking to each other romantically, just like getting to know each other and hanging out. And it kind of went on like that for a long time, for months, I'm pretty confident. And it felt weird. I felt like I was there for him in so many ways, and he was there for me, but like very secret, very hidden, and like no romantic aspect to it at all. Just like a really close friend that like we both wanted more, but we just couldn't do anything. And eventually we started to kind of get into fights about it, where I would just be really upset at him, be like, why this is like, it feels like we're holding each other back. Maybe I should just like leave you alone. And then he would be like, no, please don't. We were just getting these big fights about it. And then eventually one of the fights ended up causing him to break up with her. And when it was very emotional for him, and he was super upset, and I gave him some space, and then he said, no, I want you to be here. And so After like a day or two after we broke up with her, we like finally hung out together for the first time, and it was really sweet. It was, because then he felt this like weight lifted off his shoulders, and we could finally like hold hands, which is just something that, you know, or hug even, which felt amazing. It was breathtaking. But that night that we hung out, he was like, obviously, I still don't want to tell anyone because I'm scared of my parents and her and our friends and everyone's reactions, and I feel like it's just best if I don't tell anyone. So obviously I understood that and agreed and said, yeah, let's date in secret, pretty much. Oh, and then we were like in the honeymoon phase. Oh man, it was so cute. We would be working at Dairy Queen and catch each other staring at each other and smile, and oh my god, it was super obvious. If anyone didn't notice, they're blind. We would actually work with everyone together and hang out, and then as soon as the shift was finished, we would walk out with everyone at the end of the night, walk to our cars and say bye everybody, and get in our own cars and drive away. And then drive back and meet up when everyone had left, and then get in one car, and then we would drive around, and we would go to Sonic and get like frozen drinks, like I really liked strawberry limeades, so good. And we would drive around and get food, and a lot of time in our cars. We would sit parked talking, or sit parked and watch something on like a player that he had, or we spent so much time in parking lots, and we would do that like a lot, like every night we worked. So 4 days a week we would do this, and if we weren't working, sometimes we would try to go to a park and walk around or something like that. But I wasn't comfortable enough to have him over at my house because my parents knew I was gay and would not let me be alone with him, because my rules when I came out to my parents was the same as girls. Like, if you're gonna have a boy in your room, the door's gonna stay open. And then he wasn't out to his parents, we couldn't really go there. And we did that once, but it was like kind of weird. So we're gonna hang out in the car. We got to the point where we wanted some privacy. Can't make out in a car for that long. And so we would drive and look for really secluded areas, like old country roads, to go sit and park in at night. And some of it was beautiful. We got to walk. I saw so many beautiful stars and shooting stars, and I could see planets, and like it was so pretty. And we would sit out on top of the hood and like sit outside and just talk and hold hands. It was just cute, you know? Oh my god. One night we were parked out on this country road, like 10 minutes away from the Dairy Queen, out in the middle of nowhere, and like parked on the side of some of these trees, and it was heated. Shirts were off, making out. One of us was on top of the other one, and I mean, we had our pants on, thank God. We see the lights pull up behind us. Oh my God, hurry, get back into your seat. And I'm like trying to get back into my seat, and then throw my shirt on, but I didn't get it on. This cop walks up with this flashlight.
What are you boys doing here?
Oh, I'm just hanging out.
And we like see his face like clicking, like, oh, that's what's happening out here.
Yeah, well, this private property, you boys better get on and get out of here and don't come back out here.
And we're like,
Okay, yes sir, yes sir.
thank God we don't get arrested. And we like book it out of there. We're like embarrassed. We never go back to that spot again because we were so scared. Like, what if they told his family? What if we got in trouble? I don't know. Eventually we ended up telling a few people, like our really, really close friends, but he didn't want anyone else to know and didn't want his parents to know. And we couldn't go out to do anything because he was afraid that they would figure it out. And after some time, I just got old. To me, I don't know. I was out. I mean, I understood that his parents, he didn't want to tell his parents, but I just wasn't in a place where I wanted to date someone like that and be all secret and quiet about it. So we ended up drifting apart, and then we ended up breaking up, and it wasn't that bad of a breakup. For a few days it was kind of uncomfortable, but then we ended up continuing to hang out with our friend group, and when we both went away to college like that year, and it was pretty easy because we both went to different places, and I don't really talk to him anymore, but I see his updates on Facebook every now and then. It looks like he's doing really good. I do remember talking to him one time and him telling me that he came out to his parents and all his friends, and everybody ended up loving that and enjoying that and like coming to terms with it. I know that at first they didn't like it, but they came around like most parents do, you know? So I guess the moral of the story is work at Dairy Queen. I don't know, have you guys had any stories like this where you were this secret lover, secret boyfriend? Oh man. The good old days, how fun the honeymoon phases and young romances. I was head over heels and crazy and would have done anything, and like left at 2 a.m. to go hang out one time. Just like, oh, you're into it. Right now, if someone was like, hey, let's go hang out at 2 a.m., I'd be like, why are you texting me? I'm sleeping. But anyway, Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a thumbs up if you like the storytime videos. Please be sure you check out my Twitch. It's just a chat. It's literally just a live chat thing. So come and chat with me and hang out. It'd be great. I'm still gonna make YouTube videos too, so you can also see that here, but up to you. Anyway, new videos coming out soon. Thank you so much again for watching. I love you guys so much. I think that's pretty much it. All right, remember, never stop learning. Bye guys.